Not long after I was commissioned into the Ghana Armed Forces, April 1979, during the Revolution year, I had what I would describe as the first baptism of fire on how to bring my faith to bear on the profession. At that time, I lived in Michelle Camp near Tema. Since there was no Catholic church then at Michelle Camp, we went to church at Community 1, Our Lady of MENSAH. I signed up to be in the choir. Father Kera was our parish priest, and Brother Marcus, now living at McCarthy Hill, was the choir instructor. With time, I developed bonds of friendship with a number of the parishioners. And of course, if you are in the choir, more people get to know you than you will ever know them. You will remember that one of the trappings of the revolution was the raiding of shops and forcefully auctioning them at ridiculously low prices. Though young and full of energy, fresh from the academy, I could not join my colleagues who used the revolution to raid shops in Community 1. The principal reason was that I knew most of the shops were owned by some of the parishioners. We sang and prayed together. Therefore, I couldn't bring myself to use my uniform to deprive them of their daily bread, and then on Sunday, wear my choir robes to sing and pray with them, and then join hands to pray, Our Father, give us this day our daily bread. Because I thought about my faith and the faith of my fellow Catholics, I desisted from any of such acts, which will obviously have affected not only Catholics, but other sons and daughters of God. It took about 3 years before I could own a fridge at high purchase, whereas some of my colleagues took only a few days to own such gadgets. Knowing the importance of my faith and how the faith nourished my life and the life of other soldiers, one of the initiatives I took upon myself was to gather the Catholics whenever we went on peacekeeping. In 1986, I had to organize the Catholics in the Ghanaian contingent in Lebanon to say our prayers together. In the process, I was able to arrange for a priest from Beirut and from the Irish battalion to celebrate Sunday Mass with us in the south. You can't imagine how the feeling was. 1 month, 2 months without communion, and then a priest says, I'm coming to celebrate Mass with you. You only have to experience that. You can't imagine as a communicant in a peacekeeping area, you can't get a priest to offer you communion, and you are always hoping that one day a priest will say, I'm coming to your location. In 2002, with the help of a colleague peacekeeper from Kenya, we were able to form a community of English worshippers in Asmara, Eritrea. Before I left that mission area, English masses continued to be celebrated for both peacekeepers and some diplomats who were Catholics working in Eritrea. Again, in 2004, I was able to organize the Catholics, and that enabled us to worship with the contingent from Poland, who always had priests as part of their contingent. The real test for my work and faith challenge came in 2000. I had saved over the period of time to go on pilgrimage to Rome. I got the chance in 2000, the Jubilee year. I went in the group. Father Bedu traveled with us. He was our spiritual leader. On arrival in Rome, by the first morning, 10 pilgrims had run away. Many more wanted to abscond. I was torn between concentrating on the reason for my trip or assisting the priests. For the rest of the period, I spent my nights at the hotel lobby while the others slept. I had to take the passports of the pilgrims and keep watch at night, continue my military duty, even on the pilgrimage. At some point, my dilemma was those who had placed their hope of making it abroad and at the same time using the name of the church for their escape. I missed out on my intention of concentrating on my prayers. My consolation was in the saying, Pro Dei et Patria, for God and country.